All right,
You got his information.
I do.
Okay. Thanks.
So hopefully he'll,
It'll be working.
yeah. Thanks.
Is there audio? Really close. So.
We might be allowed.
I love it. He says you're good now.
Welcome everyone to Slate Billiards in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've had some technical difficulties here to get going. Tonight we have a match between Dave O'Keefe and Matt Roth, and the score is 1 game apiece. Right now we're racing to 3. Again, we're sorry for the technical difficulties. We didn't have any volume, but we're back, and we're getting ready for the players to start game 3. Again, it's 1-1. We're playing 1 pocket race to 3. Thoughts on the match, Mike?
Yes, these guys are battling pretty hard. The first game went, just as a quick recap here, because we did watch it. The first game went Dave's way. He had, I think they both won their break, right?
Yeah.
Or is that right? I think so. But the first game, there was some good moving. The second game, Matt got a quick lead and moved the ball, started moving the balls down table. Did everything to win his game. So they're back even. This is the 3rd of 4 matches on the first round of an 8-man tournament. I'm in the tournament. I'm playing the winner of this match, and I can't wait to play whoever wins. But I'm not going to tell you who I think is going to win. It's close. Anyway.
I should introduce again. This is Brian Brekke. I'm here with Mike Pankoff.
Yep.
The 1 pocket expert from Slate Billiards. So he's going to help take us through all this today. So hopefully our technical difficulties are squared away here, and hope you're hearing us. We might have some camera difficulty here too, but we'll get to the game as soon as possible.
Yeah, these guys are kind of just pausing because they were letting us get situated with the TV, or the audio. But they both made a few errors on the first game or two. Now that this is where the match gets interesting, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what the patience level is. I talked to Matt before on the way here, and he was excited to play, he said. So we'll see if that excitement can be tamed down. He just commented to me after this little break. He said, "No, I'm ready."
Well, I'm going to go out there and check and see if they're ready to go. I'll be right back. Let's do a little recap. So like Mike said, this is the 3rd match of this 8-person tournament. It's single elimination. The first week, Mike Weaver played Tom Riggle, and
Mark Weaver. Yeah, Mark Weaver won that one. Yes.
Yep. And then Mike Pankoff here sitting next to me played Rob Matson 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And you won 3-0 on that one.
Yeah, that was a good match. Fortunately, the Timberwolves were playing that night, and Rob is a huge fan.
That helped out the situation.
Yeah, he might have been thinking about what he was doing afterwards. But no, it was a good match. Rob and I are good friends. These guys play this week, and then next week should be the final match, which is Dan versus
Eric McFeeters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good match, too.
And then we'll go on to round 2. So again, Mike's going to play the winner of this match. So we'll keep matches coming, hopefully every Sunday here for a few weeks.
Looks like Paul just showed up. So since there's no action here, I'll just take this moment to say hi to my mom in Exeter, New Hampshire right now listening. I talk about you all the time, Mom.
He does. And now I have to talk about my mom too.
Yeah.
My mom's in Mankato, Minnesota. she's listening also. So if I didn't say anything, she'd be all over me.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the rules in one pocket, because we do have some people that are novice. So the way the game works is you use all 15 balls, and each player gets a corner pocket to shoot at. So for instance, when Dave comes back, I think he's going to be breaking next. He could pick the lower right pocket here or the lower left. He picks the lower right when he breaks. That's his pocket to shoot balls in. So it's the first person to make 8 balls in their pocket wins the game. And so again, we're 1-1. Dave's racking now. I think he likes the lower right pocket from what I've seen. So I feel like he'll be breaking from his right, trying to push balls over towards the lower right-hand pocket, which will be his pocket. And it looks like that's what he's doing. He's going to his right side. He's going to try and break this soft, hit the head ball thin, and just push balls over by his pocket without leaving Matt a shot.
Yep, and he hit that a little firmer than he wanted. He wanted to stop where that piece of chalk is there on the rail. But he went a little high, closer to the side pocket. Now that allows Matt to see the 3 ball. Pretty sure he'll move that because that's the biggest threat. He could leave it.
I think you're right. He's looking at shooting at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he went to the stack, which was a play that happens a lot in one pocket, right? You're putting
Yep.
the ball in the stack, minimizing options for Dave coming in. He doesn't have a lot of things to shoot at here.
Well, it looks like Dave is a little scratching his head there because basically Matt got out of the break right away with 1 shot. There's no threats right now. So he's got to look for something to get something on his side. Looks like he's going to clip and go down table.
Yeah, to me, it looks like there's really no advantage here either way.
Well, look at that 5 ball. Matt could shoot the 1 ball and just slowly, and it's a 4 ball combo on the 5 ball. The orange ball will go down near his hole, and the cue ball will just rest up on the 1 ball, the yellow ball that he's looking at straight. But I don't know if he sees that.
Right. He kind of looked like he was looking at it.
Yeah.
So you'd shoot this with a slower speed and try and get the cue ball to stick on the 1.
Yeah, I would accept that I'm not going to make it and just create my threat, and then I'm definitely out of the break. So it looks like he's doing that.
He's shooting hard.
Oh, he went for it.
And it was wired. He thought it was wired. And that's the danger of shooting that shot hard, is that he hung the 5, pushed the 11 in front of the pocket, and
Yeah.
left Dave a shot.
But look what he did, though. If you really look at the maze of the balls there in the middle, he reorganized them where Dave is going to struggle to make 2 balls here.
Yeah.
I mean, he might even leave it there. Well, he's got to shoot it because he can't see the 5, but
Right.
there's not much to get on unless he can. I mean, obviously he can stun over for the 7.
Yeah, but if he can draw
After
back
that.
and stun over for the 7.
Yep.
But then there's some openings there. If he gets on the 7 right, he can get back for the 11.
Yep.
It's not easy to do. He stunned over and he hit the 7.
So he got the
on the
6.
6. If the 6 isn't blocked by the 7, I think he's on the 6.
Yeah. I just meant that by Matt shooting it hard, it reorchestrated the balls.
Yeah.
Looks like Dave's going to get a bunch anyway, but he got a little bit of a roll there, though, to get shape because he bumped a few balls there and
Right.
got a merry shape.
And he did. And I don't know what angle he's got on the 6, if he can stop and shoot the 7, or if
I like the
he's gonna shoot
combo.
the combo, yeah. So he's really looking at, for sure, 4 balls here he wants to get. He wants to combo the 3 into the 7, make the 7, and then he should have a shot in the 3 afterwards.
Yep, and then maybe even the 15. He might do some real damage here. Oh, he kind of miscued there. He chopped that.
So he's got 3 balls. We don't have any score keepers on the screen tonight, so apologize for that. So I think Dave's ahead 3-0 at this point.
Yep.
We'll try and update you on the score as we go, so you don't get lost. So that's his 4th ball. He hit a nice shot there.
Okay, so he can bump this 9 now. Will he hit with follow to come off the bottom of the 9, follow left, and then come up for the 13 after he cuts this red 11? No, he did. He just said,
Took
"I'm
the
going to
ball.
just make it."
And now he doesn't want to get blocked by that 1. He really wants to pocket that 5. He's ahead 5-0, and he's done with his turn. Now he's got to make that 5 and not leave a shot. So what's
Yeah.
the thought? What's your thought here, Mike?
You might even fire the 1 into the top of the 5 or the bottom of the 5.
Rail-
so the
rail
1,
first?
Yeah, so the 1 gets out of there. Whichever way he can play his cue ball on top of the 414. See where the yellow 1 ball is right now. The cue ball, if it was just a little bit lower than that, Matt can't do anything with those balls. So maybe
It's
he
like
can
he's
just
trying
blast
to
it.
go around the 1. You're right.
I would have
tried
played a
to-
blasting stop shot though. He followed through, trying to drive through the crash, hoping it would. But
Yeah, I kind of like playing that rail first.
Yeah.
You know, have the
Yep.
1 hit the rail, hit the 5, and then the 1 goes up table with a stop shot, like you
Yep.
said. I don't know if he left Matt a cut here on the 1. If he left Matt a cut on the 1, Matt can get a few balls.
I think he did. I think he's going to come up for the 8 ball, then the 215. I hit it soft enough where he's got a shot on the 2.
Yeah, so he's got options here. He
Yeah.
could shoot the 2 or the 8. If he's straight up in the 2, he could shoot the 2 and just draw straight back. And
I
get
like
on
that
8.
because that 13 is in the way of the 15 right now. I like if he can draw to bump the 13 with his cue ball. That would be nice. Oh, he's going for the 15.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's
you-
just high enough
yeah,
to
you're
so
right.
that just fit by. That was a good shot because then it clears for the 13. But now he's got a tough one.
Yeah, now he's got to shoot off the rail, and it's hard to get position anywhere. So the fact that he ended up on the rail there made this a lot more difficult. And
In most tables, they will make that shot, or this shot he's shooting the 8 ball. But this table is 4 1/4 pocket.
hit a nice shot.
Yeah, he hit that pure.
So he's sitting on 3 balls, right?
Yeah,
And Dave's got 5, so it's 5-3 Dave. Matt's going to get at least 2 here. To me, it looks like. Left himself pretty steep on this 2. I think the combo goes with the orange 5
or the
with the
4.
pink 4.
Pink 4. I think that's the 4.
If that combo goes, then
He might 2-rail the 9 ball.
he could. So we've got 11 balls down, and I think that means that Matt has 6 of them. I believe.
I think you're right. 6-5, Matt. And
So he should shot the combo.
that's a good shot. He zigzagged up and down. He might even hook him here.
Yeah, if he would come down on that green 14, he'd
Oh,
love
wow.
it. Not quite, but
Good try.
so do you feel like Dave just needs to give this ball up here? Even though Matt's got 6, that would put him on the hill. He'd have 7.
Well, these pockets are tight enough where he could dig this out. The problem is his cue ball is going to go flying.
Right.
And I think it'll fly in a way that won't sell the 14. So I think he's going to try to dig it out because he doesn't want to put him on the hill. But he looks like he's going to.
Yeah, he just gave him the ball.
So a lot of times when I say put him on the hill, I think when you put someone where they only need 1, the decision-making changes into their favor. So I know he didn't want to do that, but he probably couldn't dig it out comfortably without selling out the cue ball.
Right. Live it to fight another day. So this is an interesting part of the game because Matt needs 1, Dave needs all 3. So Matt wants balls out of play, balls that can't be made, so that he wants it to be a 1 ball at a time fight, right?
Yeah. So that was interesting. I know what he was trying to do there, get some balls, get that 10 to maybe, but those were not makeable. So
Right. They were kind of out of play.
I kind of wish he would have rethought that 14 ball, getting that out of there. But I mean, if I was his backer.
You want to get that 14 out of there.
Yeah. Now let's see if Dave back cuts this. This is that shot we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
we
I
are.
practiced this shot the other day.
You don't like the bank on the 9,
Um,
the yellow 9.
I like that because you're bringing a ball back in play and
Right.
you're getting all 3 down there.
I just don't know if he can reach it, and I'm not sure if he can shoot left-handed because there's no way he can reach this ball. So he's either got to use a bridge or shoot left-handed. He's a
Yep.
right-handed player, so I think that's what's kind of got him trying to decide if he wants to shoot that ball. Otherwise, I think it's kind of a no-brainer.
That's a good point. You and I are lefties, so you and I
Yeah.
are trying to bank this he's got to pull out the bridge.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So it makes it a lot more difficult.
Yep.
But he's going to shoot it, And I still think it's the right shot even with the bridge.
I think just play the cue ball and play pocket speed with the 9-ball. I'm accepting I'm not going to make this. I do not want to sell out a go for it shot to a shooter like Matt.
Yeah, that's the other interesting aspect of this game. It's 1-1, and Dave wants to control the action, play good defense. Matt's more of a shooter. He wants to put some balls together and run out.
Well,
so it's a different approach.
Right now, I'm thinking, how do I get balls back down table if I'm Matt? But he's thinking, how am I going to bank this 9-ball in?
Exactly. Yeah, he wants to go.
Yeah, yep. But he's probably playing the right shot. I think he's going for it here. So he's selling,
and he might scratch. That could have changed the whole complexion of the game. A scratch there.
What I would say is the reason why I quit 9-ball was to get rolls a little bit more, but that was a roll.
Yes, that was a good roll in Matt's favor, because if he scratches there, he takes the ball away. He has got to spot a ball, and all of a sudden now we're sitting at 6-5 again.
Yep.
And so then it's anybody's game.
This is an interesting decision because Dave has to say, am I going for this? Because he's off the rail. He's got air. He's not stuck on the rail. He thinks, do I need to go for this? Because the tangent line of the cue ball is going to come off this spot shot and nail that 9-ball. It might even come under it and have shape if he hits it soft for the 14.
Looks like he's going to clear the 9, though.
Yeah.
Now, do you shoot just slow and just knock the 9 up the rail a little ways? He's shooting
a
fast.
carom.
Wow.
He played a lot of shots there.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He tried to push the green 14 by his pocket and shoot 3 rails in the 9. That was very creative. Now he might have left the bank. We'll see if Matt wants to shoot this. The cue ball is going to travel.
Yeah.
But he might want to shoot this anyway.
I'm putting the cue ball right where the chalk is, and I'm going to put that 14 down in the bottom corner so it's unplayable. He's banking it.
He went into the 10.
I didn't realize it was that easy of a bank. I didn't.
Look steeper.
It looks steeper.
But now he's got to clear the 14 right here.
Yeah, it looks like Dave has no other option unless he might have thought about banking the 9-ball and coming over. I'd like to try and keep these balls down table. He doesn't want to bring these back up table because he needs all 3 of them. I
think he's just going to fight these out one at a time.
Yeah, maybe that's a good approach here. Just like Muhammad Ali, the rope-a-dope.
Yeah, and I don't play a ton of one pocket, but I get in this situation myself, and I find myself trying to fight them one at a time.
Did you see that almost kiss?
Yeah, that was almost disaster. And he probably got fortunate here not to leave the blue 10. For Dave, I don't think he can make the 10 or the 14, the green 14. So Matt was a little fortunate there too.
Well, I think Dave senses, okay, Matt's going for some stuff. So that's maybe why he's playing a little more caution. It's interesting how people play off each other, with the decisions will affect one another's.
Right. Yeah, because that was an aggressive play on the 9-ball.
We got interrupted there, though. You were in the middle of a thought earlier about playing one ball at a time.
Yeah, I find myself in this situation. If I'm Dave, I find myself just going ahead and playing one ball at a time a lot.
Yeah.
And just seeing if I can fight it out and get a ball at least to make it feel like it's close.
Yeah.
I feel like if Dave gets a ball here, that makes Matt look at the game completely differently.
I like how much time he's taking here. You know what I like on this? I like him coasting on the 14 ball and just sticking the cue ball right on the 10. So the 14 barely hits a rail. Just so 3 balls are in play and he's on something.
Right.
Okay, so
I think he was trying to thin that ball.
Yeah, he might have been. I think he was too.
And he ended up hitting it with hand.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to thin the 9 by his pocket. And now we'll see if Matt takes on this bank on the 9. Based on the way he shot the last shot, I think he might.
I think he's going to bank the 9 and put him down in that upper left corner with the cue ball because Dave's already proven that 10 doesn't really feel comfortable.
Yeah. And I don't even know if I shoot this to make this. I feel like I shoot this at...
he opened him up.
Oh, he did. And he's going to scratch. He's going to scratch. This changes the whole complexion of the game. So now we're 6-5. Matt's still got to leave 6-5, but he's left Dave a ball in hand. Dave's got to shoot from the kitchen, and we'll see how Dave's feeling.
Yeah, they haven't shot a ball in a while, and see if his arm's loose.
Right.
Sometimes right here, this is where you get your rhythm of your eyes off too. You haven't shot in a while, and you start getting your heartbeat up.
If he makes this first shot, he might get out. But it's not an easy ball to make. Knocked it right in the hole. Played perfect position on the pink 4.
Is it too straight? Does he have an angle to come down for the 9?
It might, if it's too straight, he'll probably roll forward for the bank on the 9.
Yes.
I feel like.
Well, because if he drew straight back, he'd go right in the side, it looks like.
Yeah, you're right. Right. He doesn't like it. He wanted a little angle because then he could have stunned over for the 9. So I feel like he's going to roll forward for the bank.
And that's what one
9.
pocket does to you. I mean, you shoot it, here you are, ball in hand, you shoot a straight in ball, you make it, and you're awkwardly off because you're 1 inch out of line.
Right.
You know?
Right. And in fact, if you're an inch either side of this line, you can either stun over, you can go forward. But now he's got to roll forward and he's got to bank the 9, but he's still got a great opportunity to get out here.
Yeah.
But he's got to roll forward far enough.
And yeah, he did. He
He
did
did.
perfect.
He hit it great. So now he's on the hill. He's ahead 7-6. I believe if he makes this bank on the 9, the game is over.
You know, this is it's fun practice to bank shot. If you kind of use, a lot of people use a little right outside English here, and it twists too much depending on the table.
Oh.
It's a tough little shot.
Yeah, it's further.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I think he did.
And that glance on that news clean balls that we talked about.
It did. And he actually spun that ball right in the pocket. And now we're sitting at 8-8. We're sitting at 7-7. And whoever makes the blue 10 wins the game.
What an outcome here.
Yeah. And now you really have to be careful.
Is he going to pound this? Mock speed and just bank it in?
He could either win the game or lose.
Oh, he decided to roll it. But smart shot. Played it short so that it would leave it on the short rail.
Yep.
A lot of times this is fun to watch because you watch, if you leave the object ball on the first diamond of the long rail, it gives the guy a cross bank that's basically a hanger to good one pocket players. So a lot of times right about now people get comfortable with their pocket speed. Let's see who's got better pocket speed, because leaving those side rail banks is like
He's
right
going
here.
for 2 rails.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, that happens on that shot.
I think he left the bank. Depending on how close those are together, he might have left the bank here. Maybe.
These
Maybe
are
it's a little
tough.
off.
These
Yeah.
are tough, but he might jack up and make it.
If he missed the kiss on that shot, that 10 ball was going close.
That was going real close. I want a referee to watch this. It looks like it's only a half an inch away.
He's shooting it.
Oh.
No, he didn't shoot it hard, but he might have given Dave an opening here.
Okay, this one, he can make this cut shot. The cue ball, though, is going to come very close with the bottom left corner here, scratching. If he hits it to make it, he will not scratch.
Right.
He can make this ball.
Now the question is, he might not shoot it though. He might just knock this up table.
Yeah.
And put the cue ball. He
He
tried to cut it in,
and
missed
I
the
bet he
ball.
used English and it missed it.
Yeah.
His balls are clean.
Yep. So he's got to spot a ball. So now we're back to Matt with a 7-6 lead. That was I actually thought of that before he shot that shot.
Mm-hmm.
You could miss this ball.
Mhm.
And it looks like he's banking the 10.
And he hit it too light, it looks like, but it's gonna get there.
Yeah, it did
Yeah,
get
it
there.
did get there. I've seen it wrong. Good shot. Again, my choice. It's funny. He's going for his hole.
Yeah,
I'm moving balls up table and waiting for the real golden opportunity. That was an opportunity though.
He likes to kick behind balls like that. And he came out really nicely.
Yeah. So right here, I'm thinking he's gonna move the 4 up table, but he might think of a shot here. He
Yeah,
might
he
back cut
really,
bank this.
really likes to get balls by his
Yeah.
pocket. So, do you feel like he can bank that 10?
I think he's gonna try.
Looks like he's. Yeah, he just taking it out of play,
Ooh,
basically.
that's dangerous.
And
Look
he's
at
going to
Whitey.
scratch again. Going to scratch again.
Oh, boy.
So now we're sitting at 6-6 because Matt spots the ball now. He was ahead 7-6. That takes it back to 6-6. And we'll see if Dave shoots my favorite shot here on this situation where you hit the
okey doke?
okey doke, the 5 pretty full, and draw it back to the kitchen and try and make both the 9 and the 5 in the lower right.
So where he just set his chalk, actually, he's the other hole.
Yeah. So if he
Right there, that
Yeah.
chalk, yep.
If he hits this full in the face with a ton of draw, the 5's going to drift by the hole. The 9's going to go 2 rails back down by the lower right. So this is the old
Yeah.
okey doke.
Watch the
Mike's
cue
talking.
ball. If it goes to the side rail, he's not going to make it. If it goes to the end rail, it is going to make it. That's pretty close. That's going to be close.
Yeah. So he tried to make both balls there.
Yeah.
And I really like that shot. It puts
It's fun
both,
to
both
shoot.
over there. Yeah. Yeah. I like to draw the ball back further.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I'd like to get the ball back down by the 10 if I'm drawing it.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it harder for the opponent.
Is he going to spear this with follow to come up for the 4 ball? Or is he going to kick it? He could kick. I don't know if it's far enough off the rail. I can't tell by the monitor. But if you kick right behind it and almost hit the rail right before you hit the 9, that ball could come over and the cue ball could come down under the 4. So the 4 would protect it. But
He's done it.
spear.
He smashed it. I think I would have shot the 5 and tried to clear both balls there and stuck them on the end rail.
Right, try rather than forcing something.
Proportion, because I feel like that bank was difficult at that angle. Not that it was wrong. It just I saw a different shot.
So I think the 9 ball is the shot here, right?
I agree. And you try and get the cue ball frozen on the end rail.
Yes, right in the middle.
Yeah. So if you a little bit of right hand English or left hand English, I guess, and,
Yeah.
and just float that 9 by the hole and get the cue ball on the end rail.
Yep. And what I like about it being in the middle is that
And
the
that's
4 ball
exactly
will
what
get
he's
awkward.
done. He's
Yeah,
hit it terrific. That the cue ball is perfect.
it
Now
is.
that really leaves.
Because if see the 4 ball, if the cue ball was further over to the right on that rail, that's easy to bunt out. Now it's more straight on. It's very difficult to get out of this.
Yeah.
But so he might pinch the, in our view, the right side of the 4 and hit the back of the 9 with the cue ball, and try to move 2 balls at once here.
Yeah. Which is a touchy shot from this distance when you're stuck to the rail.
Yeah. Or he might be just kicking the 9 soft.
That is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Did he get a rail?
I don't think he
I
did.
don't think he got a rail.
The cue ball rocked
I think he's
right
not
on the
happy.
gutter.
So now he's got a spot one, and now he's
Yeah.
behind. What would it be?
It's 6-5.
6-5.
Or wait, no. Yeah, 6-5.
Yeah. So Dave's leading 6-5, and he's shooting in the lower right, and he's shooting the bank.
Smart, and he's gonna treetop him on that stripe down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot. Now
This
the
is
ball's,
torture when you're jacked up on this. I
Yeah.
think.
the ball's really favored Dave in this situation. That is hard to move that 9 from here.
Yep.
I mean, I think he's really in a difficult situation. You can miss-hit this cue ball so easily and put a little English on it and then not hit the 9
Yeah.
where you're planning on hitting it. You
Yeah.
really have to be still with your cueing. You went into the 8.
Wow, worked out nice.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
That was very high level difficulty. I think.
Yeah, I think that was
Slow roll that, jacked
Yeah.
up.
He hit it. I like that better than going into the 9. I felt that was just a disaster going into the 9. So he's just trying to fight another day on that shot.
Yep. So it'll be interesting because remember there was 1 ball left.
Right.
And now we got
we've
4 on
on
the
the table.
My mom's probably wondering what is going on.
Exactly. Why do we have 4 in the table? We were down to 1. So, which brings up an interesting point. So if you scratch, you lose a ball, or if you don't hit a ball, you lose a ball. And that's what Dave did earlier. He tried to thin cut a ball and missed everything. So then he's got to spot a ball.
And what this does is it takes a mental toll on you. So we're playing all these battle after battle. Who wins what battle? Well, who's going to win the war is who recovers from the battles that were lost quickest. I mean, this This is a mental toll. When you go backwards, I know Matt was rolling his eyes on that last scratch because he barely missed the rail, and it's like
Right.
it takes a toll on you. We'll see what decisions come up later.
Yeah, so again, Dave's ahead 6-5, so he needs 2. Matt needs 3.
Yep. Now Dave doesn't necessarily need to bring this 8-ball down, but he's going to. Looks like he's gonna 1-rail bank it and then just kind of leave the cue ball down in the end rail.
Right.
Yeah, nice shot.
I like the way he did that.
Boy,
where
that
he-
was nice.
He tried to push the 5 closer and hook him on the protect the 5 with the
Yeah.
9.
The 4, yeah.
The 4 with
Yeah,
the 9. I'm
yeah.
sorry, the pink 4.
Well, it's hard to see if that's orange or pink, but I think that's pink.
I think you're right. And it's a great shot because he protected that 4 with the 9. I really like that shot.
Yep.
And now Matt's kind of in trouble here again. He's got to make a good shot.
Well, and if he just stays patient, really all he has to do is roll this 8 onto his side and leave the cue ball on the rail.
Right, but he shot hard. He was going 2 rails.
And
And he made the pocket.
No
What a
way.
shot.
And
he
shape.
shape.
Oh,
what a fantastic shot. I mean, changed the whole game with one shot. And now we're sitting at 6-6. He's got he's got a bank that he'll probably make.
Yeah.
And he's ahead 7-6. What a game-changing moment that
Wow.
was. I did not see that happening.
Most people don't shoot that because that 4-ball was too much of a threat.
Right.
A cue ball would have been tough to control there, but he hit it perfect.
What a fantastic shot. That was a probably
my.
he kicked behind it. He made
did
it.
that shot. I said, oh my
This,
God.
you know, we should have this on a highlight reel. This would be like for ESPN Sports Center, out for one
Yes.
pocket.
I think we need to do a commercial for Slate with that 3-ball
Yeah,
out.
exactly. We should do that.
Yeah.
It's Slate Center, Slate Sports Center, because that was an unbelievable out. I thought he was in trouble.
Yeah. Well
And,
done, Matt.
You know,
Yeah.
2 minutes later he's out and ahead 2-1.
He was mentally maybe slightly deflated from that 9-ball not coming to the rail. Next thing you know, he's proven us wrong.
And the other thing is it shows the aggressive nature of his game.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot, you know, and that's a big difference between he and Dave. I'm not saying either one's right. I'm just saying in terms of styles,
Yeah.
Matt wants to shoot.
Yep.
Dave wants to just kind of play a moving game and stay in and win it at the end.
Yep.
So now Matt takes a 2-1 lead, and he chose the lower right pocket. So he's shooting in the same pocket that he was in the last game.
What do you
He
like
got a good
here?
break.
Yeah, this isn't bad. The 2-ball came out a little further than you wanted, but it's not sold out. So that blue 2, some people do cut that ball.
Do you think
and they
he-
can make that?
Kick into the 11 here, slow.
He might just come under the 13.
Oh yeah.
Or that might
Great
be the
shot.
12. That 12. Okay, so Matt could bank this 4-ball. It looks like that's what he's lining up to do. I got to talk quick with Matt. He decides he stands behind it. I already know what he's shooting. He's shooting the 4. He's wondering if he's going to play it off the stack, maybe. No, he's shooting the 15. He's just going to graze it and go up by the
Yeah,
end.
he's just playing defense here.
It's one of the most common shots in one pocket, and the art is leaving it on the rail every time.
Speed,
Yep.
and Mike is so right. If you can freeze someone to the rail in one pocket, you just take away so many options.
This one, he might just kick the 12. No, he's going to graze the 15 and come under the 12. So he's going to come gliding down the table to this. Oh, and he didn't cut it thin enough, but he got a roll.
Unless
Maybe.
it bounces.
Oh,
No, he didn't. Well, it kind of stopped right there at the end.
I'm
So he's got a thin cut. I think he can make this though.
Well, he's definitely shooting it.
That's what we've seen so far. Is you're right.
Now, the cue ball, will it bump that 4 on the way out, or will it zigzag around? So
I think
this
he'd
is
like to shoot this with right hand spin and go 3 rails and try and shoot the 5 next or the pink 4 next.
Yeah.
Just like this. Now he wants to bounce off this rail and he might not have a shot. He's got a shot in the 1 though.
that one does go, huh?
Yeah, so he could get a bunch here. You know, he's already had 2-1 and now he's seeing money in the eyes here. You can, you know, if he can get back on the 7, I don't know what kind of angle he's got on the 1, but he could also get on the pink 4 next.
Curious what he's listening to in his earphone.
Oh, yeah.
Wondering who's telling him what to shoot. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
yeah, exactly.
I always wonder that with one pocket because you could be easily talking to somebody.
Yeah, you could be listening to the stream or whatever. But I think he's pretty straight in this one. So now he's trying to figure out, can he get on the pink four, right? If he can stop it and get on the pink four.
Yeah, what's he gonna bump if he draws? Nothing.
Right. And I don't think he can get on the 7 that way. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's definitely
yeah.
playing for the 4.
Oh.
And that was a good shot. He shot it hard. That was a good shot. And now what do? Do you come back out for the red 11, hit the red 11 and get a shot in the 9?
Yeah, I like that. If he can tickle that stripe above the 9.
Yeah. He went straight across.
Oh,
Great
wow.
shot.
Does that go?
I don't know
Does
if
it
it
go
goes.
by the 3?
It might not go past the 3.
I think he's looking like he might combo it even.
So he's got 3 balls or 4 balls so far?
Yeah, 3.
3 balls. So he's ahead 3-0. He's shooting the combo.
Okay.
Protected the cue ball.
Tried to get over to the side rail. He protected the 3, but he
Right.
didn't protect the 2. Now Dave will
Difficult
shoot this.
shot. Do you think so?
I think he's gonna shoot it to bump the 5. He's gonna.
But I feel like if he shoots this, he's betting the game on it.
I agree.
So he's gonna be hesitant to shoot this. I don't know what else he has, but he's behind 2-1 in games, 3-1 in balls. I think he feels like if he misses this 2 ball, he might lose the game.
Well, here's the thing: the balls are in his favor if he just gets rid of that 3. So if he could come up with something where he comes down in between the 7-14 and comes down to the bottom rail and banks it over and just plays the cue ball up by the side pocket.
Oh, right.
I mean, he reverses the game real quick and takes control. And the 2 might seem more like a panic shot because he's down 2-1 and he's finally got an opportunity to get some balls.
Right.
So I like how he's taking his time. He's committing to something. See what he decides.
I do like your shot up on that 3 ball, but that's hard to execute.
It's super hard with clean conditions, and that cue ball, you could lose it and all of a sudden it goes down and sells that 15.
Yeah.
He's shooting a 10 ball back cut and he's just going to drive through the car wreck.
You were
Just
right.
like that.
And he scratched. That was a tough roll.
Yeah.
I kind of liked what he did there because he just wanted to kind of roll the cue ball to the end rail
Yeah.
off the ball, and he scratched, and so now he's in a difficult spot. He owes a ball, so he put a coin by his pocket. You can see on the right side there. So he's -1 in ball count.
Yeah.
Now, what does Matt do here?
Well, I'm controlling my heartbeat because I'm thinking about winning right now. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, and I think
that's tough to
he
run balls.
wanted to get on the 11, I think.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to stun over for 11 and came up a little short. Nevertheless, he's ahead 4-0. I think Dave's pretty happy with the outcome here.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times when someone scratches and makes a mistake like that, you want to punish them and let them just sit in the stew in the chair a little while.
Yeah. So to come out only losing 1 ball.
And the balls are in his favor.
Yeah.
He didn't reverse the table. So, that's one pocket. I don't mean to be hard on it. That's
Yeah, it just happens. But I think Dave is, just thankful that that's what happened because he's still in the game here. And he wants to protect those balls over there.
he's trying to get on the 7. And he did. He
Yeah,
got
it's a good
just above
shot.
it. Good shot.
The problem with that is that the 9-2 are not wired. So those balls don't go. So that offers Matt a little bit of wiggle room here because
Yeah,
those
he's
balls don't go.
because
he
of
can
that,
bank
he
this
can
ball.
bank this ball and
Yeah.
it's free. I don't think it's free though. I mean, unless he makes it, because then Dave can do a really powerful move here with the 8 ball next.
He could draw back and run out though.
He could, and he did.
Yeah. So now the question is,
He's
what does
gonna
he do?
cut this 8 in and trickle his cue ball behind the 2, and
Boy, that would be aggressive. I think it's 5. I think he's got 5 and he's going to settle for that.
okay. I was thinking like him.
Yeah, exactly. I actually saw him draw on the previous shot back for the 8 on the other side of the side hole.
Yeah.
Because he's so aggressive.
Yeah.
That he didn't do that. He made a nice shot in the bank though.
So he could blast these out. He's worried about that 10 ball coming off that stripe that's sitting on the rail, the lowest on the table. He's worried about that coming off and kissing the cue ball if he blasts it. You see what I mean? The 10 ball would come back at the cue ball.
Right.
The 2 would clear. That other one would clear, but the 10 ball might ricochet back into it.
Yeah, there's no obvious way to clear those.
He's going to hit the 2, I think, and control the cue ball. Yeah.
And he pushed the 10 up. That was a nice shot.
That was very nice because he covered the bank. Now Dave could just kick up behind that 7 again and just keep trying to get that keep his position because the balls are still in his favor. I don't know how he's going to get there though.
Yeah, he's kind of in a difficult position here because he doesn't want to move those balls. He likes them on his side.
What's the score again? 4 to
I think it's
4 to -1.
Is it 5 to -1?
Yeah, 5 to -1.
5.
So it's going to be hard for Dave to be patient here. He could take a foul and just put him up in the upper left corner by the chalk way up there.
He's just going to thin this ball.
He doesn't want to go backwards any further.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
So
Good speed.
He sacrificed the 2, kind of moved it away from his pocket just to play defense.
This one's tough to get out without selling the cue ball.
Right.
Dave needs one more inning or 2 to open up that 5, 6, 8. Once those are open, I don't think that 6 is wired, is it?
It sure looks close.
Looks like it's going to hit the bottom rail, barely before the point.
Right.
But it might be wired.
Yeah, Matt is in a hard but difficult position here because he can't get the cue ball back up table very easily. Do you slow the roll the 10 ball into that pack of 3? And just
Play to the side rail.
just play to the side rail and
Yeah.
roll the 10 into that pack because the 6 looks like it's wired in the first place.
Yeah, he might shoot the 6 to get rid of that wired ball. No, he's shooting the 10. I was going to say that if he shoots the 6, the scratch is on.
Yeah. I kind of like,
This is what you said.
right.
Good shot.
Yeah, really good shot.
Now Dave can play loaded up left English 10 ball bank here and go cue ball all the way down to that chalk in the middle of the rail on the end of the table, and it'll spin to the left. Because I'm not saying he's in panic mode, but he needs to go all out and go for some stuff here. He's down
Right.
5 to -1, and his opponent's on the hill. He's 3 balls for the match.
Yeah, he's not liking the position he's in right here. And the question on this is how thin is this?
I'm not playing the bank to make it. I'm playing the
Just
bank
get
to
on
hit
your
the
side.
2 ball.
Gotcha.
To hit the
Oh,
two-
I see what you're saying. He
He
played the
played
bank
to
to
make
bank. I thought he was trying to go into the 11
Yep.
myself, but I didn't see the shot you were talking about.
Kind of would have stirred the balls a little.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you. So he can thin off his left side of the 11, the 11 stripe, and go back up table with the cue ball, but that's a hard shot.
And so, I mean, it's just so funny. He's going for it. I mean, I'm thinking, how do I get these balls out of play? He's thinking about how do I make this 8 ball?
Right. He's trying to figure out if he can make that 8 and not scratch, or shoot
Yeah.
the 8 off the 5. The scratch is in play there.
Yeah, I like the top spin right off the 11 ball. Isn't that the 11 ball closest to the Dave's pocket?
Yes.
To blast it with top spin, and it'll karate chop right in the back of that other stripe next to it, and I'll move two balls, but one of them's definitely going up table, and the cue ball should just sit right there.
Yeah.
You gotta shoot that a few times to feel comfortable with
Right,
it, the spin,
right.
but it's not that hard.
It looks hard to me. Sorry, Mike. I'm scared of that shot. I think he's scared of a lot of shots here because there's not a lot of, apparent shots here, and I don't think he can cut the 6 in. I don't know that he would shoot it anyway, because that's a real dangerous shot. He could give up a lot of balls.
He's taking his
So
time. I
feel
that.
like he's going to thin the 11. No, he's not. He might roll slow into this. I don't know what he's doing.
He's like karate chop here. He did. Oh, he missed it.
Oh, he did. You're right. He did, and he sold out.
Oh, that clean conditions looped around it.
Yeah, it did. You see, this is where I would be like, I'm ahead 5 to -1. There's no way I'm shooting that shot.
Yeah.
At that score, being ahead 2 to 1, I'd be like, I'm gonna make this guy earn it. And I'm not faulting what he did because he hit a good shot. It might have worked out. I'm just scared, I guess.
Yeah, and the balls are situated so poorly for Dave that unfortunately Dave is going to suffer here and only get one maybe.
Right.
He probably has to play for a bank because I don't think that is that ball that stripe up at the highest stripe. Does that go by the 8-5?
I don't think so. I think he's got to play the bank on the 2 and try and get on the red 11. Right, just roll forward, bank the 2 in, and try and run a few balls that way.
Stop shot bank on the 2, and then you'd have the 11 after that. That would be nice.
Yeah, I think that's what he's got to go for. And that's, he's thinking that I got 3 balls there. I can get right back in this game if he can execute those 3 shots.
Yeah.
Because I hear you, Mike, I don't think there's any other way to play position. I think you got to play position on the bank.
For the record, the reason why he missed that ball, that karate chop, that high ball that he had, he got the ball too full. He needed to hit it thinner.
Thinner?
Because
you have to show me that shot.
Yeah.
Because I want to know it. I don't know how to hit it either.
Well, the cool thing about it is the energy would still be on the cue ball because you'd hit it thinner, and then it would blast the other ball fuller. Okay, he tried to get on that stop shot. Maybe he went a little high.
He might have went a little high. Now, can you make this without a kiss? This feels like it's close to a kiss.
He can make it without a kiss.
You can shoot the 5.
Follow.
You can shoot the 5.
5 goes. Okay. I thought it was married to the 8.
It was going in, and he had a shot in the 11.
Oh, man.
That was unfortunate for Dave. He hit a nice shot. I think it was going in.
Yeah.
So now he had to spot his ball because he owed one. So he took the coin away from his pocket. Now we're sitting at 5-0. Matt's ahead. Matt's shooting, and he's got the lower left pocket.
And he makes this, it's over.
Yep.
He needs 2 more balls.
2 more balls. So he's got the 2 ball. Probably wants to try and get on the 11 next, depending on his angle on the 2. So he's got 6. Like Mike said, he needs 2 more balls. And if he does that, he'll win the match 3-1.
That last game though, what an outcome with all those balls, those fouls.
Right.
Oh, he had to play for a bank. He didn't have a way to draw back here.
Right.
So we have to remember this because he was out.
Right.
And if he doesn't get out and Dave comes back and wins this, what a hill we're gonna have.
Yeah, so he did not make it. He made it. All right, so that's the match. Matt wins 3-1.
Yep.
We apologize that we weren't able to bring the whole match in terms of commentary to you, but it was fun. Those couple games we saw.
It was, and now I know because I played the winner. I play Matt now, and I know that he's going to be shooting at his hole.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're going to have to remember that. You saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for tuning in tonight, and we're going to be back next week for that match with Eric McPeters and
Dan.
I don't know Dan's last name.
Newhausen.
Okay.
Little Dan, we call him. It's
Yeah.
fun. He plays out of shooters, and he's probably Matt's #1 sparring partner. So
Good player.
those guys are really changing the game over there. They're playing great.
Yeah. So again, we're coming from Slate. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate Mike doing this with me. It's always fun. So we'll catch you next week.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you later.